What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy. Here's my next episode of Joe Winko Talk. So, right now I'm going to be talking about this news story that kind of went viral online and which has really outraged quite a few people, including me. So, there's this high school in Denver, Colorado. What was going on was these girls who are high school cheerleaders, they were they're like in competitive cheerleading, and what happened was one video went viral of them like forcing this girl to do the splits, and I looked up more in the story and it wasn't just one girl, it was a whole bunch of girls who were forced down to do the splits, and she was screaming and crying that she couldn't, and she was in a lot of pain, but everyone just kept pushing her down to do the splits, and it was absolutely horrible. I have the whole link to the entire news story. I have the whole news story video. I'm going to be watching it right now. So let me just bring it up real quick. Let me just find it. And I'll have the link to the whole video in the pinned comment. I have it right here. Just one second. Okay. So 3, 2, 1, now.
Video showing East High School cheerleaders being forced into splits. What you are seeing has led to 5 Denver Public School employees to be put on leave, including East High School's principal, its cheerleading coach, and one of the school district's attorneys. 9 Wants to Know started asking about this video this week, and investigative reporter Marshall Zellinger found out the school has known for months.
And Kyle, the superintendent just emailed a statement saying he just found out this morning. What you're going to see on the video involves this coach. You may know him and not know it. His name is Ozell Williams. If you've been to Denver Broncos games or CU games the last few years, you've seen him backflip down the field. Now, he and 4 others are on administrative leave as police investigate the videos that are really hard to watch. Allie, who shared with us this 24-second video of her, screams, "Please stop," 9 times.
Look at that!
We're not comfortable showing you much more of this video with the sound up. It's hard for us to watch and listen to. We were given 8 videos total with similar screams of pain. And Ozell Williams, the East High School cheerleading coach, had to see and hear this in person.
So it wasn't just her, it was a whole bunch of girls on the team.
I just didn't expect to have to do elevated splits and be forced into it.
Allie Wakefield is one of 3 cheerleaders who spoke with us with their moms about what we see in the videos that she shot in practice in June.
He was pushing down on the back of my right leg. He was pushing.
All right, I'm assuming their parents were not there with them during the practice.
He was pushing.
I'm definitely sure that they were not.
His other knee on my back to try to keep my posture straight. And then he had my foot elevated. It was tearing my ligament and my muscle at the same time. I was crying mostly. I couldn't breathe. I was crying so hard.
Shaylin Washut is a sophomore. Her mom never saw a video of her splits because Shay's were not recorded.
If that had been my daughter on one of those videos, I would have been in the police station the next day.
Well, Denver police are now investigating as of this morning, one day after 9 Wants to Know submitted an open records request with Denver Public Schools. We asked for email and videos sent to the school this summer because it turns out the school has known since at least June 15th.
This is a grown man pushing my 13-year-old girl so hard against her will while she's crying and screaming for him to stop that he's ripping tissues in her body.
Allie's mom, Kirsten, sent an email to East High School's athletic director on June 15th. It starts with, "I have attached a video of the 4 splits she and her other team members were forced to do at cheerleading camp and practices." It ends with, "My husband and I would like to know what the administration is going to do about my daughter's injury and how it happened."
It blows my mind. I don't understand why this man is still employed there.
I would know for myself as a physical therapist.
Because you can't do that to people.
Or teach.
Dr. Cameron McDonald, a top physical therapist in Colorado and professor at Regis, watched 2 of the videos and has questions about what he can't see behind the scenes, but doesn't question what he hears.
If in any situation where I'm involved as a practitioner, someone asks me to stop, I stop.
I shouldn't have to be afraid of high school cheerleading, and he just makes it so that I am.
Superintendent Tom Boasberg sent out a 6-paragraph statement in the last hour. You can read it all right now on 9news.com. It starts by saying he just found out about the force splits routine earlier today. It ends with this: with regards to certain videos, I cannot state strongly enough, as the superintendent of the school district and as the father of 2 high school age daughters, that the images and actions depicted are extremely distressing and absolutely contrary to our core values as a public school community. In all, here is who is on leave: East High School's principal, assistant principal, who is also the athletic director, the cheerleading coach, assistant coach, and one of the attorneys with the school district.
Whenever you see one of these videos, you wonder, am I reacting the way most people would react? And now as this goes up the chain through the school system, it's pretty clear that a lot of people are looking at this video and saying, that's abhorrent, that shouldn't be happening.
When you hear, please stop, and there's no stopping, I don't know how else you're supposed to take the video.
Yeah, all right, Marshall Zellinger, thank you.
Okay, so that video was absolutely disturbing. That was really sick. Obviously, I know that they should not be doing that and putting those girls through that. That girl you saw in the video, she got injured. She tore muscles and ligaments, and she had to go get those fixed. So you're never supposed to force someone to do that. And I don't understand why they haven't been arrested or not put in jail yet. Because, you know, if I go out and if I hold someone down and beat them up and cause a whole bunch of injuries, I would be put in jail. And they basically did exactly the same thing. And, like, doing that to a 13-year-old girl, that's sick. I mean, it doesn't matter what age they are or if they're male or female or anything. You shouldn't do that to anyone. And you know, another sick thing is, what it is like, she was really young. She was 13. Adults, I'm not sure if I'm the only one who notices this, but adults do fucked up stuff to teenagers and get away with it, really. Like, they think, oh, they're under 18, they don't have any say in anything. And they seem to just get off on that power they have over young people who are not adults yet. They seem to just, like, get off on that power and go overboard with that power. You see it all the time, and you definitely see it here. They're, like, pulling her legs and making her do the splits while she's screaming and crying and telling all the others to pull on her legs and hold down her shoulders and make her do the splits. They shouldn't do that. That's absolutely sick and absolutely horrifying. When I first heard of this news story, I was thinking, what the hell? Do I live in the fucking Twilight Zone? You know, I really hope that that girl's mother, I'm surprised she seemed that calm. I really hope that that girl's mother presses charges against the school. She should have gone straight to the well, I think she did go to the police station, but the police didn't even do anything. They're just investigating it. What else do you need to investigate? You saw a video of a girl in pain, a grown man pushing down on her shoulders and, like, telling everyone to, like, spread her legs so she can do the splits while she's screaming and crying and saying, no, I can't do it. What more do you need to investigate? That video is quite clear as day to me. They shouldn't do that to her. That's sickening. They were injuring that girl, and they did injure her. And it's really sad because she says, I shouldn't have to be afraid of cheerleading practice. No, she shouldn't have to be afraid of cheerleading practice. That's sick that I didn't know it was that bad. Because I never played any sports before in my life. I never knew that coaches were that hard on, like, team members and team players. Has it really always been like that? Is this something that I never knew about? Like, has anyone watching this ever been on a basketball team or a cheerleading team before? Is something like that you saw in that video, is that a normal occurrence? Please tell me that it isn't, because that's sickening. You can't do that to someone, and of course she's going to tear ligaments. And It's absolutely sickening, and I think charges should be pressed against the people who did that to her and everything, and the person in charge of all that. And I think that there should be a lawsuit to have her for her injuries and all those girls' injuries, because they had to pay money to get to treat their injuries, their torn ligaments and everything. That's nothing to fool around with. You cannot put people through physical trauma like that. That's basically kind of assault, really, because they're injuring, not assault, battery, because they are injuring them and forcing them to do that. That's really twisted and really sick. One person even commented on it, "I can't stand watching that video. It's almost like watching someone be raped." It is like watching someone get raped and sexually assaulted, and it's really sick. And one person typed in, "If that would have been my daughter, I would have gave the school a week to handle it. Then I would just go and take the law into my own hands." Well, I don't even have a daughter at all, and I definitely shouldn't have any children at all. You would not want me as a parent, trust me. I don't have a son or a daughter at all, but if I did, and if I saw something like that, oh my god, I would go insane. I mean, even if they weren't my son or daughter, like if they were my uncle or nephew or niece or aunt or anything like that, I would go insane. I'd be the one getting arrested. That's the fucked up thing about it, too. What the fuck is this country coming to? I mean, seriously. It's twisted. Like, people think they could just do anything to kids. You can't do that. You can't force them down, and it's absolutely sick. I don't know why. Some people are really just twisted like that. They like seeing other people suffer and they get off of it. And it's very disturbing. But, it makes me feel happy that I'm a recluse and that I keep to myself and don't go out very often and don't talk to people very often, because it seems like all those people in that video, they were just thinking it was a normal thing. You even saw the girls laughing and everything, and I would not be laughing if I had to do that. Like, if they were doing that, I would be saying, "Hey, why are we doing this? Why? She can't do this at all. We shouldn't do this at all. We're injuring her." But they were like laughing and making fun of her. That's sick. Didn't seem like many people noticed that, but I did. I feel really sorry for her. I hope that justice is served, because that girl really was injured and they shouldn't have hurt her like that, and it's very disturbing. But what do you all think? Am I seriously the only person who feels this way, who's like outraged by this? Because like online, I looked at the reactions on some of the reactions, not all of them, and it's almost like no one really cares. It's like they're saying, "Oh, they shouldn't be doing that," but like that girl was injured, and they knew she was being injured because she was screaming and crying. I would be absolutely outraged. I am outraged about that. Yeah, remind me to never go to Colorado at all. Gosh. No offense to people living in Colorado, but that story was just really sick, and I just can't believe something like that actually happened. Seems like people are getting more and more fucked up as the days go by. That's what I'm definitely noticing, really. Because then you have this going on. I don't even want to know what's next, honestly. I do not want to know what's next. But what do you guys all think of this news story? Are you angered by it, or do you just not care at all, or... I shouldn't say that, I don't... Well, that's basically it, so don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. So that's it. Peace out, people.